What is up, everybody? This is Anthony with VR365. Welcome to our Game of the Year Awards for 2018. What is up? What is going on? So today is December 31st. It is 10:03 a.m. This is the final day of the year 2018. And what better day to do our Game of the Year celebration. And that's what we're going to do today on VR365. For those that might be tuning in for the very first time, excuse me, okay. For those that may be tuning in for the very first time, this is VR365. Now, what is VR365? We are a live daily show every single day on YouTube about VR gaming. VR gaming news, discussion, reviews, all kinds of stuff. We just show up here every day. Typically, it is 11 a.m. Normally, we show up 11 a.m. Pacific time. Today, we're doing it at 10 a.m. because this might be a 2-hour stream. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be a 2-hour stream or what. We're just going to work through all of our awards and we're going to figure it all out. But that's normally what we do, and we're here every single day. We also have Let's Plays on the channel, and there might be other stuff coming up as well. So if you're brand new to the show, maybe go ahead and hit the subscribe button and get subscribed because we bang this stuff out on a regular basis. Go ahead, like the show, all those kinds of things. That's really good. We've got a lot of people here in chat. I need to pop my chat out, actually. Okay, so I now have my chat popped out. Yes, so here we are. And yeah, and you know, another thing that's going to be going on today, we are going to be giving away a ton of game codes. I'm going to be giving codes away on this show, and MainFan is going to be giving away some codes to Slightly Heroes occasionally in chat. So there's going to be codes all over the place. We've got some free Primordian keys that we're going to be giving away. We got some Project Cars keys. We got like a Batman Arkham VR. We've got a ukulele. We've got some other stuff as well. We got some PlayStation cards, like $10 basically vouchers for PlayStation that you can use for PlayStation VR games. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, I made... So some people are wondering, why are they mods? Okay. Someone was worried yesterday that we might have some problems in chat, so I made like 3 different people mods. Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe I shouldn't have done that right before this show, but we got a whole bunch of mods in the building. It is all good. Here we are. This is VR365, and this is our Game of the Year Awards. Okay, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to start this off? And it's complicated, folks. It's complicated because you know what? I want to give you guys my awards, but I also want to do the People's Choice Awards. I also want to do individual game awards, and I want to give away these keys, and I made these little intro sequences and stuff, and it took me all day yesterday, and I didn't finish everything. It took way longer than I could have ever imagined. I was working until damn near 1 a.m. last night. And then I got up today at 7 a.m. and was working again this morning, trying to get all these things done. It's nothing special. There's no big deal that's going on, but it just takes time. It's just a time sink. And then I had to tabulate everybody's votes yesterday. I wanted to wait until 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time, for people to be able to vote for Game of the Year, for the People's Choice Awards. And I tried to wait till the last minute. Then after that, I had to tabulate all the votes and figure out what is the People's Choice. Like, what's the #1 game? You know, all that type of stuff. So we're going to break this down in kind of an interesting way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my top 5 going backwards, starting at number 5. Going to 4, going to 3, 2, and then my Game of the Year. Now, I'm also going to mix in some of the People's Choice Awards that are top 5 as long as the game is not going to interfere with my top 5. Okay, then we're going to do, we'll have our games of the year. We'll do a little bit of recap. We also got individual awards. We got plenty of keys to give out as well. There's going to be keys in chat. It is going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let me go ahead and grab my first dealie of the day. And yeah, buddy, hopefully this all works and hopefully it's not a disaster. Okay, so let's start off with my number 5 game of the year for 2018. What is Anthony's number 5 game? Let's go ahead and check it out.
Someone sabotaged the opening mechanism. It seems they were trying to keep anyone from leaving or entering this place. Epsilon, I'm losing you. Epsilon, do you copy? Epsilon! Epsilon, come in! We lost contact.
Yeah, buddy, we had to start it off with Red Matter. Red Matter is my number 5 game of the year. I've talked about this game a million times. I'm not going to go into like a long diatribe with every single one of these games, but this is the first time we've mentioned Red Matter, and basically, like, this game is not the greatest game ever made or anything like that. It's the second best. No, I'm just kidding. No, this game, they just did a damn good job. Just everything works so well. This is ultimately, like, when we really think about it, it's really an escape the room game. It's just a very elaborate escape the room game with drop dead gorgeous graphics, awesome sound quality, and it even works on kind of crappy PCs. And I know this with personal experience because my PC used to be garbage and I could play Red Matter and it worked fine. It worked smooth as hell. I loved it. And then also another reason why I got to give this game major love is the PlayStation VR version just came out recently and it's freaking fantabulous as well. It's amazing what Vertical Robot did right here. An incredible job. Vertical Robot just absolutely killing it. And Red Matter is my number 5 game of the year. Absolutely awesome. I love my boy Red Matter. Okay, so now we're going to switch it up and we're going to switch to a new category. This is going to be an individual award. And this is our best strategy game of 2018. Gee, I wonder what this could possibly be. Let's go ahead and pop this one out there. That is Brass Tactics by Hidden Path Entertainment, and god damn it, did they just absolutely kill it with this game. I am not a strategy fan by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm even less of a real-time strategy fan because you know what? When things become real time and you got a million things that are happening simultaneously, it gives me a frickin' migraine. This is not my style of game, not at all. But you know what? I heard so many good things about this game, and it just looks so damn good. Just looking at the trailers, the little guys walking around, the table, everything that they did with this game. I think Hidden Path Entertainment, they absolutely killed it. This is one of these cases where we have a game, excuse me, we have a game here. We have a genre. We have a genre that has basically been revolutionized with the medium of VR. When we first heard about virtual reality, we kind of pictured it. We kind of thought, you know what, there's going to be certain genres of video games that are going to be completely revolutionized, and strategy games, real-time strategy games, definitely fit the bill. And you know what? Hidden Path Entertainment was the first one to really do it proper. And this game is just executed so freaking well. You have this giant table that's like a 20-foot table. You can raise it up and raise it down with the greatest of ease. You can grab the table and pull it closer to you. You can flop it back. You can do all kinds of things. You can raise it up so the little characters are running around and they're almost at your eyeball level. You can pull it back down and kind of hover over it. You can play other people. It's almost like you're playing Risk or something. And Risk is awesome. It's one of my favorite board games ever. And this is like kind of like Risk brought to life, but even better. Brass Tactics is awesome. Absolutely the strategy game of the year. I don't even think there's a question about it. Incredibly awesome. Okay, so let's get to our next little thing that I want to grab here. And this might be our first key of the day that I'm putting out here. And so one thing I got to tell you guys about these keys, I'm going to pop this onto the screen. Okay, so this is Primordian Game Key number 1. This was provided by Stonepunk Studios. Much love to Stonepunk Studios for providing so many keys. Now you might notice there's a question mark. Okay, that is a digit. It's either 0 up to 9. You know, it's a number. We don't know, but I decided to do this question mark thing. Actually, Fluke gave me the idea for this because it might give a couple of people a chance to actually get this key into their Steam account without like somebody using some automated system. This is going to F up their automated system because they're going to have to figure out what number goes in there. This either might be the most awesome thought process ever or the worst. This is either going to piss people off like nobody's business or it's a great idea. I don't know. But that is what we're going to do here. Yeah, there's going to be misspelled words. All kinds of things are misspelled. Things are going to be off. Don't worry about it. I was scrambling to get this thing done last night and today, and there's going to be a lot of misspelled words. There's going to be typographical errors. Let's just move on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's get to the number 4. The number 4, not my choice. Not my choice at number 4. The People's Choice at number 4. See, the People's Choice number 5 is interfering with some of my shit, so we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about People's Choice number 4. That is the next one that we're going to pop on the screen here. Let's go. Alrighty, that is Moss. That is the number 4 People's Choice Awards pick. And, you know, Moss is an incredible game. It is an awesome game. It's one of the better platformers out there, to be sure. Just such a beautiful, cute little character. The little character Quill, one of the nice things about Quill is she runs around. She makes little noises. There's little subtle noises. You really feel like there is a personality behind this little cute mouse that's running around on the screen. And you're basically kind of helping her do what she has to do and get through these different levels. And the nice thing about it, I played this originally on PlayStation VR. It was initially a PlayStation VR exclusive for a very short period of time. Then, of course, it came over to the PC VR platforms as well. But one of the cool things about Moss is when you're playing the game, it's designed so that you're supposed to be sitting down as you're playing Moss. And it kind of wraps around you a little bit. You'll be playing the game, you know, you're holding your controller, you're playing the game, and you'll look down here and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm over here, and now I'm over here, and you're kind of running your little mouse all around. Also, the 3D sound. The 3D sound is incredible in Moss. There is some really good 3D audio. The background visuals are just drop dead gorgeous. It is an enchanting, wonderful tale. Really great job that Polyarch has done here, and we believe there is going to be a sequel. At the very end, it kind of hints that there probably is going to be a sequel to this. I think this game has sold quite well, and most people are big fans of this game, and it's number 4. It's the People's Choice number 4, and that is Moss. And let's give Moss a little bit of love. Okay, now what is the next thing on the docket? Okay, now we're going to get to my number 4, which is much more important than the People's Choice, right? Who gives a rat's ass about the People's Choice? Let's go to my number 4 pick of the year. This is my personal number 4, and let's pop it on here.
Knights in shining underwear, fend off ravenous pigeons, and explore the darkest corners of the headmaster's office. Play inside, outside, during recess, even during class. Just don't get caught.
Right! That's it! Take yourself with that infernal light box to the headmasters at once!
Pixel Ripped 1989, coming this spring. Batteries sold separately, gear kit not included.
Alrighty, yeah, that is my number 4 game of the year, Pixel Ripped 1989. And you know what? People are really sleeping on this game. Now, I don't know if it's just like a nostalgia thing. And you know what? I wasn't even the biggest Game Boy guy out there. Like, I didn't even have a Game Boy. Like, I was super... Like, I remember when the Game Boy came out. I remember the Game Boy coming out, and it had this, like, green color screen and all this. And I was like, oh, hell no. That shit looks awful. I don't want nothing to do with the Game Boy. I was interested in the Atari Lynx. Now, that thing had color, and it was ginormous. It was absolutely huge. I was not a Game Boy guy. However, when this game came out, I heard some good things about it. I tried the PSVR version. I tried the Oculus Rift version, and I was just absolutely blown away by what Pixel Ripped Incorporated did with this game. I mean, this is kind of like an indie studio. You know, this is a small studio. This is their first game. You're not supposed to come out with a game and just nail it to this degree. And the other thing about Pixel Ripped that I think flies under the radar is the production value. There are so many VR games that I go into and you're moving, like you're doing certain things and it's kind of janky here and it's kind of janky there, and that sound effect didn't work too good, and now it's doing some weird thing where it's showing one of your eyes, and and it's loading up, and there's a loading screen, and it's just janktacular. And this game has none of that. The production value is perfect. The music, the sound effects, it's like it was made by a way bigger team. It was like Sony was helping them with it, making sure that it was dialed in or something. I mean, this game is really dialed in. Now, it is a bit of a nostalgia play. I mean, you got an old Electronic Gaming Monthly that is sitting on that. Like, see that Electronic Gaming Monthly that's sitting on that table there? I had that Electronic Gaming Monthly, the 1989 Buyer's Guide. I actually have that damn thing. So this is a bit of a nostalgic play, but the thing that I love most about Pixel Ripped, when you're playing this game, okay, so you're in a VR world and you're playing a Game Boy, like that's cool and everything, but for me, the best part about it is when the game that you're playing on the Game Boy, it leaks into the real world, in the virtual world that you're in. And that is just done magnificently. And then also when that giant gear kid or whatever they call it is like zzz, it's like coming at you, and it's like a gigantic monolith from the movie, you know, 2001 A Space Odyssey, a gigantic monolith that's coming at you. It is so freaking cool. I loved Pixel Ripped. It is awesome. It is my number 4 game of the year, and it is so incredibly underrated in my opinion. Big time fan of Pixel Ripped. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to pop a PlayStation $10 key on the screen right here. And let me go ahead and throw this on the screen. So this is courtesy of I Am Ruts. Much love for I Am Ruts. This is a PlayStation $10 key. This is the first of 3 that we're going to have. Now, there's no magical choice here on what to pick. It's all letters. So whoever grabs that and gets it into their PlayStation first, you win. I guess it just works for, I don't know if this would work in the UK or not, but maybe it's USA only. I'm not sure, but basically somebody will figure that out. Somebody will get themselves a $10 PlayStation VR key, and maybe they will grab themselves Farpoint or something else that is on sale right now for just under 10 bucks. Okay, let's go to another individual award. This time we're going to do Best 3D Audio. Let me go ahead and pop this one up here.
Transfer online. Detecting hostiles.
Under 6, skip. Alright, let's get in position for breach. Good C4 out. Move in, move in, move in. They're breaching the front door. Enemy down. Moving on them. Got one. Oh, watch out. Smoke. Left side.
Contract fulfilled. Initiating payments via encrypted transfer.
All right, yeah, that is Firewall 0 Hour. It gets my personal award for the best 3D audio in the business right now. And this is a hard little award right here because transference, I was about to say transference, like I always say it. Okay, transference and Moss, those both have great 3D audio. And you know what? I was almost going to give it to Moss because Moss has some really good 3D audio in certain parts. But the thing about Firewall 0 Hour, I don't know what they did at First Contact Entertainment with their sound design, but I literally thought people were opening up doors in my own house when I'm playing this game. Like I was like startled, like jumping behind me as I'm playing this game. That is good 3D audio. If you can really trick me and make me believe that somebody's opening that door right there and I'm not aware of it, that is some good ass 3D audio. So Firewall 0 Hour on PlayStation VR gets my 3D audio award. Yes, that is Firewall 0 Hour. All right, what is next on the docket? After we do Firewall, let's see, Best 3D Audio. Okay, so now we're going to go to People's Choice Awards number 3. This is the number 3 for People's Choice Awards. Let's go ahead and check this one out. And that is the number 3 for People's Choice Awards, In Death. And you know what? I am so proud of you guys. I did not vote for the People's Choice Awards. Like, I did not submit anything for the People's Choice Awards. I wanted it to be all of everybody else. I didn't want to have any influence on it or anything whatsoever to do with it. And you guys put In Death in your top 5. Like, how freaking awesome is that? I love In Death. I've said it a million times. This is a gamer's game. When you first play In Death, you might wonder, what the hell is everybody talking about? It's not that great. I think Steve Bishop, Gary, Reckoner VR, Chris, like, none of them on VR Roundtable know what the hell I'm talking about. They don't think In Death's that great. And I think they don't think it's that great because they've only played about 25 minutes of it. But if you jump into In Death and you play it for like a half an hour, you might not really understand why people care about this. But you know what? You're going to understand it when you've been in there for 4 hours and 5 hours and 7 hours and 10 hours and 12 hours. That is the kind of game it is. It just has wonderful playability. You're doing your bow and arrow thing and it feels so good, and you're just moving through the levels. There's nothing like super unbelievably magical about it, but it just plays so very well. That is In Death by Soulfar Studios, a real shocker of shockers, and I'm so glad to see that in your guys' top 5 for the People's Choice Awards. That is your number 3 game, and it is super awesome. Okay, now, where are we going to now? Are we going to my number 3 game? Yes, we are. Okay, now we are going to my number 3 game of the year. Let's go ahead and pop this puppy on the screen. Yeah, buddy, that is Wipeout Omega Collection. I just call it Wipeout VR, and it is freaking fantastic. We forget about this game because it came out way back, I think, in the month of March. Now, I say by Epos Game Studios. There's actually like 3 different developers that have worked on this, so I don't want to it's not just Epos Game Studios. There's a couple of other developers that have also worked on this as well. But the thing about Wipeout VR, man, is you just get into that world of Wipeout, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's amazing what they did with this game. The trackside detail looks great. You're moving around incredibly fast. The gameplay is perfect. And when you get into this game, the number one thing you want to do is turn off all the extra blinders and stuff. Hopefully you got your VRC legs, because if you turn off all your blinders and all of that and you're in the game, you're just in this world and you're just looking around at everything and you're like, oh my God, this is so awesome. You're moving along at like hundreds of miles an hour. And then these other hover vehicles, they get in front of you and you see like the exhaust coming out of it and it's all happening, fast action. The gameplay is just perfect Wipeout gameplay. I mean, the zone, doing the zones level in VR, how freaking badass is that? This game is just so sweet, and every time I think about it, I just think, man, I should be in this game playing it. Like, why am I not playing it now? That is Wipeout VR. That is my number 3. I love that game. It is super solid. All right, let's go ahead and see what is next. What do we want to pop on the screen next? Okay, I have another Primordian key. So this is Primordian key number 2. And yeah, and so we do have a question mark at the very end there. Now that is a digit. It could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 all the way to number 9. And like I said again, this is either the best idea of all time or the worst idea of all time. I'm not sure, but you know what? If you hate this idea, it's Fluke's idea. If you love this idea, it's my idea. The theory is that this might give people a chance to actually get this key in because, you know, there's certain people out there, right? They got some automated system. You know, it pops that key in, puts it into their Steam account, and nobody freaking has a chance at it, where this might screw that up and a real actual human individual might be able to get this key. That is Primordian Game Key number 2, once again, courtesy of Stone Punk Studios. Much love to Stone Punk Studios for helping us out with that and providing some keys to give away. Okay, let's go to People's Choice number 2. This is the number 2 People's Choice Awards. Let me go ahead and pop this baby up.
And she will fulfill her vow.
Don't let this darkness come between us.
Whatever the cost.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes.
What's your name?
A gaze averted from light.
Senua.
You should become a warrior, you know.
You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon him to find peace with the gods. So you will walk into the lair of the beast, look it in the eye, and you will go to war.
She will save his soul, even if this time she can't save her own.
All right, that is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, the number 1 game that plays itself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I do like Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. In fact, you are going to see it on my final rankings at a certain point there. But you know what? This is the People's Choice number 2. You guys love this game. I love it as well. Honestly, I need to play more of it. I think that's the reality of it. I've gotten stuck in a number of puzzles. And my problem is I don't like going to walkthroughs. I don't like going to guides and stuff like that. And so I really try to hammer my head against the wall and try to figure these puzzles out. And sometimes I'm walking through the puzzle and I'm like, man, okay, I did this. Let me see. What do I got to do? I got to back up here. I got to figure this out. I got stuck in a number of puzzles. So I kind of stopped playing this. But maybe I'm the bad guy here. Maybe I've got it all wrong. Maybe Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is just the absolute bomb of the year, and I got to get back in there and I got to start playing it. I still like the game. It's still a great game. It's still one of my favorite games of 2018, but I'm not quite in love with it as much as you guys are to make it your number 2 in the People's Choice Awards. But still a fantastic game, incredible cinema, you know, incredible cinematography and all that kind of thing. And then it also has this experimental camera mode that almost looks like a Pixar cartoon. So definitely try that out if you get a chance. And somebody was telling me that if you're stuck on a certain puzzle, try the experimental mode and try looking at the world in the experimental mode where it looks like a little Pixar cartoon and everything is kind of like, it looks just like a magnificent cartoon. It looks hella cool. And I haven't tried that yet. So I probably need to get back into Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. But that is number 2, the People's Choice Awards. Okay, so let's go ahead and what are we going to next? The next one is my number 2. Yeah, this is my number 2. Okay, let's go ahead and pop this puppy on the screen. All right, man. Yeah, that is number 2, Astrobot. What an incredible game. How the hell did it end up number 2 is probably what some people might be thinking out there. It's just an awesome freaking game. I mean, Astrobot, you sit in a chair, you're holding a track controller, you think, how good can this be? But oh my God, is it good. Every little level is just so pretty, so beautiful. And then, but the best part about it is as you continue to move through the game, like every single level, there's something that happens that just brings a smile to your face and you're like, wow, these guys are just so damn clever. How do they figure this out? How do they figure that out? And you think you've seen everything that could happen. And then the next level, something else. And then the next level, something else. And they just kept outdoing themselves every single level. It's unbelievable. It's so incredibly colorful. The music is outstanding. The gameplay is pinpoint accurate. You know, I can't even think of a complaint here. That's my favorite level right there. The construction level is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. The water, like the effects that they do with the water, there is so much just passion that you see in this game, Astrobot, developed by Japan Studio. They hit an absolute home run. There's no question about it. That is my number 2 game of the year, Astrobot Rescue Mission. Incredible, incredible game. Okay, so everybody is saying that the idea to have a question mark is a bad idea. Okay, but wait, our next code does not have a question mark. So good news, folks. Our next code does not have a question mark. Let me go ahead and get this on the screen. Okay, so this is a PlayStation $10 code key, whatever you want to call it. This is our second one of the show, and this is courtesy of Lethal Weasel. And there is the code. It is up on the screen. There are no question marks, so you don't have to worry about that. I do believe this is a USA code. And one of the things I'll say, apologies to everybody about all these codes and like problems with codes, locking people out of their PlayStations, locking people out of their Steam accounts. Apologies for that. Definitely did not mean to do that. We're just trying to figure out what's a fair way to do this where people can't just enter these codes into some automated system. So we tried to figure out a fair way to do it. We failed you, Anakin. We failed you. Okay, but that is a PlayStation $10 key. That is Lethal Weasel. That one should be good. Okay, and so what I'll do here is the next, I think I got another code. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I got another code that I'm about to give out. This one does have a question mark, I believe, but you know what? I'm going to find what the digit is, and I'll just go ahead and say it to help out here. Okay, so here's the next one. The next one, this is a Project Cars 2 key, and this is courtesy of Fluke. And hold on here. I have some papers that have like these different codes on it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so the digit that you're going to want to put in after number 4, the digit is number 3. Number 3. Number 3 is the digit right after number 4. So it's 43YZJ, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, that is Project Cars 2. That is courtesy of Fluke. Much love for Fluke. Really appreciate it. And he actually donated a couple of other games as well. So we'll eventually get to all that, but that is Project Cars. Okay, now we're going to go back to an individual award. And this one's kind of an interesting one. Let me go ahead and pop it on the screen. It's called Best Realized Alien World. And that is Primordian. It wins Best Realized Alien World. And you know what? This is a category, like you might think, what a crazy ass category, right? But no, this is a VR category. Because think about it. I don't know if you guys are like me, but when I first got VR, when I thought about VR, like the most exciting thing for me in VR is to imagine that I'm stepping into a new world. Like, there's nothing better than that. Like, planet Earth is freaking boring, man. We know what happens here. There's regular cars and people and houses, and we've seen all the same damn animals. We know what happens here on planet Earth. I want to go to some other world, a fantastical world, an alien world, and Primordian absolutely kills it in this regard. In fact, some of the best graphics you're ever going to see, incredible sound, very visceral gameplay that you're going to get into, almost John Woo style. I've said it a million times, when you're playing Primordian, it's like stepping into a sci-fi world. That is the beauty of it, and it's also really, really good demo material. It is very impressive demo material. You can ask somebody, hey, you know that movie Avatar with James Cameron? Would you like to actually step into Avatar? Because that's kind of what you're doing when you step into the jungle of Primordian. And that is the Best Realized Alien World. And that is not easy to accomplish. And you know what? Runner-up, Seeking Dawn. Seeking Dawn also provides a really good alien world. There's a number of good games that provide alien worlds and try to realize an alien world. Seeking Dawn would be my runner-up, but I give it to Primordian right there. All right, that was an individual award. Okay, where are we at now? Okay, well, speaking of Primordian, let's go ahead and throw a Primordian key on the screen. And of course, this is going to have a missing digit, but hold on a second here. I will find what the missing digit is. Okay, so this is the FDR one. Okay, so for TG5, the missing digit is 5. 5, 5, 5 is the missing digit. That is the missing digit for Primordian game key number 3. Okay, let's go to our next award. Where are we at? Okay, now, oh, check this out, guys. We are at the People's Choice Game of the Year. This is your guys' pick for Game of the Year, the People's Choice Awards. The #1 game of 2018, according to everybody that voted Everybody that shocked the vote, rocked the vote, they got out there and vote. They got their little I voted sticker. They're happy as hell. And here is the People's Choice Game of the Year 2018.
We come this far. If you wanna escape with me, come take my hand. Let me show you another way to a better land, a better
And that is Beat Saber. It is the #1 game of the year according to you. You that voted on this, the People's Choice Game of the Year, Beat Saber, an incredible game. No argument. Like, there's no argument from anyone about this. Now, this was not my game of the year. In fact, it wasn't even in my top 5, but this game is just incredible. It is solid. This was the song, guys. This was the song. See, I saw this video. A bunch of times, and I watched this video, and I remember, like, way back. This is before Beat Saber ever came out. I was watching these different mixed reality videos, and one of the comments that I had is, if this is half as good as these videos make it look, this game is going to absolutely freaking kill it. And not only was it half as good as these videos make it look, it was all the way there. It was absolutely as good. And this was the song. I got Beat Saber. I was hella lucky. Hyperbolic Magnetism, like, they recognized me because I had talked about their game a couple of times. This was in the early days before they were called Beat Games. And they sent me a Beat Saber code, like, in advance. Like, I had this game, like, 9 days before everybody else. It was one of those rare situations. Like, that doesn't happen very often for me. I got Beat Saber ahead of time. And that very first day that I went into the game, what song was I going to play? Of course I was going to play this Escape song because I liked the song. Like, I don't know anything about the song. I learned about it by watching these mixed reality videos. But that was the song. I went into Escape, I was playing it, and I got goosebumps, like shivers up and down my arms, like an electricity. Like, you know, it was just an amazing freaking thing. And I literally had little tears, like, no joke, little tears that were coming down my face. I tweeted about it. Like, a VR game has actually made me cry. Like, legitimate waterworks. Now, I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't crying like that. It was like tears, you know, it was tears of joy, but it was just a little couple of tears. But you guys know what I'm talking about. You watch an incredible performance like in the Olympics or something where somebody just absolutely kills it, and you get a little tear running down the side of your face because you're recognizing excellence is what you're doing. You're recognizing excellence. You're recognizing somebody putting something together and nailing it like none other. And it's just a magical thing. And I was in there and I was moved by it. Now, when I play it today, do I cry when I play this song? No, I don't. But I still do get a little bit of those sensations. I still feel it a little bit. Part of it is that song. It's actually a pretty cool song. And part of it is just how it combines with Beat Saber. This was the right game at the right time. These guys are chilling. Let me tell you, the developers of Beat Beat Saber, Beat Games, these guys, it's basically two primary dudes. I know they have a couple other people working with them, but these guys are rolling in their Ferraris in the Czech Republic. They are absolutely chilling. So yeah, that is Beat Saber. Yeah, I cried to VR Paradise as well, in a different kind of a way. No, not exactly. Okay, yeah, that is our Game of the Year for the People's Choice Awards. Okay, I'm about to go to my Game of the Year, but before I go to my Game of the Year, I just want to take a pause real quick. We're almost 1 hour into the show, and I just want to say, if you guys are brand new, if you've never been to VR365, it is a daily live stream. What I do is I show up every day around 11 a.m., give or take. Yeah, sometimes I might be like 15 minutes late. Sometimes I might have to reschedule the show an hour later or whatever. But usually every day about 11 a.m. Pacific time. And what I do is I talk about the news. I talk about the news. I talk about new games that are coming out. I talk about games that I played the day before or whatever. Now, right now, news is kind of slow. There's not a lot going on. But, you know, we talked about, like we just did on Friday, we did PlayStation VR. Like, what is the state of PlayStation VR? Saturday, we did Oculus Rift. What is the state of Oculus Rift? Yesterday, we did the HTC Vive. I got a little bit of hate from that because I was talking mad smack about how everybody that plays their HTC Vive Pro looks like they have pigtails on. They look like they're Harley Quinn, and I think it looks kind of goofy. Some people kind of really took that the wrong way and kind of hated me for it, but it's all good. I speak my mind, and I just come up here and I try to do the best I can do every day, bringing you guys VR news, discussion, and all of that 365 days a year. That's why we call it VR365. So I will say, if you're new to the program, subscribe to the show. It is not a bad show. Subscribe to the show. We're here every day. I also do some Let's Plays as well. And we've got a really cool Discord community. Join our Discord server. There's an invite in the show notes of the show. You can join our Discord server. We got a lot of cool people over there. We don't normally have a lot of weirdos that are doing crazy stuff. Everybody is pretty cool. We're friendly. You know, we don't bite. Everything's good. That is our Discord server. So go ahead, like the video, you know, all that type of stuff. Tell a friend about VR365. Okay, now it is the main event. It's my Game of the Year now. Beat Saber. No, Beat Saber is a great game. It is a wonderful game, but it is time for my Game of the Year, for Anthony's Game of the Year. This should have been everybody's Game of the Year, but oh well. We'll just move on here. Okay, where is it? My Game of the Year. Yeah, buddy, Windlands 2, that is my Game of the Year. And it was, you know, it was really fun because I was watching the chat over here. There's like an 8-second delay or 10-second delay or whatever it is. And so a lot of people were like popping little different things up on the screen thinking what my Game of the Year was going to be. But yeah, man, it is Windlands 2 by SciTech Games. Now, one of the things I got to say first and foremost is this particular year, there wasn't really one singular game that stood above the rest. Like, it wasn't obvious. There's literally, I have like 7 or 8 games that could possibly have been my game of the year. But I ultimately decided on Windlands 2. And I decided on Windlands 2 for a couple of reasons. Number one, Windlands 2, I just love a magical world that I can explore at my leisure. And Windlands 2 is a magical world, to be sure. I love the fact that you just get to move through the game with the greatest of ease. And one of the things that I've talked about in regards to Windlands 2, I'm sure there's somebody out there that is just freaking magical with their ability to move through this world. Because what you do is you shoot out your little web slingy things, you grab onto these bushes, and it's all about your control of it. It's all about how quickly you let it go. You flick. You can flick yourself up. I mean, you could do some spectacular things just moving around this world. There's a lot of different ways that you can play this game. Sometimes I'm just kind of exploring, man. Sometimes I'm just kind of chilling out in this world and just kind of hearing the music and looking at the visuals. And the visuals, it's not a graphical stunner. It's actually really basic with the visuals, but they've created this giant world. You know, they've created this giant world with so many little nooks and crannies. You can be in one of these little areas. You could fall down on a ledge, fall down to another ledge, and then down there there's like a little river of lava that's floating around. You can kind of explore. You can find some little collectibles that you can find. And then there's the boss fights. The boss fights are epic, absolutely epic. Some of the most amazing boss fights I've ever had. And the boss fights in Windlands 2, this is where VR, in my opinion, VR takes it to an entirely new level. And the boss fights are a great example of this, because you're battling this incredible boss, but the battle is happening in 360 degrees in like this huge giant area of maybe like 3 or 4 city blocks that it's taking place in. And the boss is in the middle and you're like zipping all around it. The boss is shooting missiles at you. You're dodging the missiles. Then you grab onto a tree. You launch yourself up into the air, Legolas style. As you're floating up into the air, you grab your bow and arrow. You pull back your bow. Boom! You let your arrow fly. Now you're falling to your death. You don't even know if your arrow hit, and then you hear ksh. You hear your arrow hit. You know you made a hit, and then at the last second, you grab one of the trees and you save your ass at the last possible second. I think the boss battles are absolutely epic. The world is colorful and beautiful. There's lots to explore. I haven't even touched the multiplayer. I've never touched the multiplayer, but I know that it is waiting for me. The multiplayer is waiting for me, and I got to admit something, folks. I haven't finished this game. I'm still working on this game. I haven't finished it, but it is my game of the year for 2018, Windlands 2. I know it's a bit of a shocker for some of you guys, but you know what? I got to go with my gut instinct, and this is my gut instinct. This is what it tells me. But I will say again that there's about 7 or 8 games that I could have put at number 1, and it's kind of picking hairs. This wasn't a year where I felt like there was one game that just really, really stood above. But Windlands 2 is my personal game. I love it. I think it's awesome. That is my take on Windlands 2. Okay, let's see. What is next for us on the docket at this point? Okay, so I have some keys. Now, these keys are from Stonepunk Studios, and I'm going to switch over to something else real quick. Hold on a second. Before I go to these keys, I want to switch over to my Webby browser. This will be the first time today that I've done that. So I'm switching over to my Webby browser. Now, do you guys see this page right here? This is Roller Girls from Beyond. This was released way back on September 8th, 2016. It has mostly positive reviews, and the developer is Stonepunk Studios. Who knew? This is Stonepunk Studios. Roller Girls from Beyond brings side-scroller action into VR. Skate, jump, ride, and stomp your way to save the cows of the planet Bovina from Dr. Creepy and his Alien Army. It is great for those new to VR or if you're looking for a longer sit down and play experience in VR. Yeah, Roller Girls from Beyond. This is like basically I believe this might be the first game officially from Stonepunk Studios, and then they made Primordian, and I have codes for this, so I just wanted to kind of show this real quick before I put the codes on the screen. Okay, so let's go back over here. Okay, now I'm going to put the codes on the screen. Now, of course, we are going to have that missing digit, but I will go ahead and read those digits off, so do not panic. Okay, okay, so Roller Girls from Beyond. So the first key here, so it's 82B2. 82B2. 2 is the first, is the secret digit for that first code. It is number 2. Okay, our next one is, okay, F3G02. Again, it's 2. The secret digit is 2 for the second code. Okay, for our third code, it is JH3B0. 0. The question mark is 0. I think. It might be an O. I think it's 0. I think it's 0. So those are the keys. These are 3 keys from Roller Girls from Beyond. And these are courtesy of Stonepunk Studios. Much love to Stonepunk Studios. Thanks so much for providing these keys. I also have 2 more of these. They'll come up a little bit later. So those are some keys from Roller Girls from Beyond. Okay, now let's go back into our setup here. What is the next thing that we want to do? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick little recap of the top 5, both People's Choice and my top 5 as well. So let's go ahead and pop this on the screen. Okay, so here is the People's Choice top 5. Number 1 was Beat Saber. Number 2 was Hellblade. Number 3 was In Death. Number 4 was Moss. And number 5 was Astrobot. Now, I didn't reveal Astrobot as the People's Choice number 5 because I had Astrobot in my top 5, and I figured, you know, I'm going to be doing a little video for that. So we don't want to double up on the videos. So that's kind of why I did it. But is anybody else kind of surprised? Moss beat Astrobot. That's kind of crazy to me. Of course, Moss is available on PC VR, and Astrobot is only on PlayStation VR. So there's some people that have never played Astrobot, and maybe they played Moss. But Moss beat Astrobot. I'm super proud of In Death. I'm very proud of In Death being in the top 5 on the People's Choice Awards. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is getting its share of love. You guys are, you know, you're making your voices heard that Hellblade is straight up legit. Forget what Anthony's trying to say. No, I still like Hellblade a lot. I just don't like it as much as you guys, but I do like it a lot. Hellblade is legit. And then Beat Saber, like, you can't say nothing. You cannot say nothing about Beat Saber. And someone in chat, oh, Main Fan says he likes Moss more than Astrobot. Wow, that is crazy. But dude, Astrobot, every little level, Astrobot does something incredible. Moss is a very cool game. It is a very cool game. Is it Astrobot? No, it's not. Dude, Astrobot, the construction level, we should have actually had best level in a game, period. It would go to Astrobot, level 2, the construction level. Best level in a VR game, period, just because it's so freaking beautiful and so wonderful. But yeah, that is the People's Choice top 5. That is a very solid top 5. All of those games are incredible. I have no disputing any of these games here. These are all fantastic. Okay, let me go ahead and grab a quick little recap of my top 5. Whoops, wait, hold on. I might have grabbed the wrong one. Okay, no, this is it. Okay. And here's my top 5. Yes, number 1, Windlands 2. I know it's a bit of a shocker, but it is my number 1 game. Number 2, Astrobot Rescue Mission, still incredible. Number 3, Wipeout VR. I accidentally don't have a capital W for that. My apologies to ePost Game Studios and everybody involved with Wipeout, Sony and everybody else. But no, Wipeout VR is awesome. Pixel Ripped 1989. So damn incredible. Such an underrated game. A real gem right there. Number 5, Red Matter, and I forgot to put a capital M on Matter. Yeah, I was whipping up, dude, a lot of these little graphics that you're seeing on the screen, I was whipping these up at the last second. There are misspelled words. There's lots of problems. Jim Hall hates me, but it's all good. It is all good. Paradise Decay says, Anthony, have you even played Astrobot? What about the amazing whale level? Yeah, no, the whale level is awesome. That's probably my second favorite level, and the whale level might actually be even better. I mean, it's a better level in terms of the design than the construction level, but I just love the construction level. I don't know, something about the construction level reminds me of like old Mario and Sonic games of yesteryear, and just the look of it just looks so damn gorgeous. But yeah, this is my top 5 right here. All of these games are absolutely incredible. I stand by all of these games. I endorse all of these games to the utmost extent. Okay, let's see. What is next on our chart here? Excuse me. Okay, I have another Primordian key. This is Primordian key number 4. Okay, let me find out what that question mark is. Okay, Primordian game key number 4. So it's 0KQT2. 2. The missing digit is number 2. This is the 4th Primordian game key. We've got one more of these left for Primordian. Okay, so that is the 4th Primordian game key. Once again, the missing digit is number 2. Number 2. Alrighty, let's see what is next on our... Next up is... Okay, scroll down here. Okay, we have another PlayStation $10 activation code. Let me go ahead and pop this one up on the screen. This is our 3rd PlayStation $10 code. This is courtesy of I Am Ruts. Much love to I Am Ruts for helping us out, providing a couple of nice giveaways here. And there are no mystery codes here. So basically, you just have to have, I guess, a USA PlayStation system, or you could have a USA account. You could be in the UK. If you got a USA account, you can get this in there and get $10 in your USA account, I'm pretty sure, right? So that could work as well. But yeah, this is another PlayStation $10 key. Good luck to everybody out there in getting that key in there. Yeah, DJ Jello Official says, Jesus, you guys are so fast. That's people grabbing the keys. Yeah, people are freaking redonkulous about this. I'm telling you, people have like automated systems. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they do it. But people get these keys in faster than you could ever possibly imagine. All right. Once again, guys, like the video. Has everybody liked the video? We've got like 78 people, or maybe that was the maximum number. But we've got a lot of people. We need to get some likes up there. And definitely subscribe to the show as well. Okay, what is next on our docket here? Let me see here. Okay, best horror thriller game. Yeah, let's do this one. A best horror thriller game. We've got some individual awards.
You're not supposed to be here.
Hi, I'm Raymond Hayes, and I look forward to having you join the program. The test is ready and awaiting your participation.
Yeah, buddy. That is Transference, one of my all-time favorites. I mean, one of my favorites of the year 2018, and I put this as the best horror/thriller game that is out there. Now, some people, there might be like hardcore horror fans that might say, you know what? Transference is kind of a borderline horror game, but I think it's enough of a horror game to give it the proper love. And you know what? Look at these visuals right here. Now, this is the Walter test case or whatever. I grabbed this demo. It's a little bit different. I mean, this little video here. But just look at like the visuals of everything, the colors that they use. Spectravision is a developer of this game. There was some help from Ubisoft. Ubisoft is kind of like the marketing arm. Maybe they had a few Ubisoft producers or whatever. But this is my best horror thriller game. This is a game too. One of the things about Transference, this is the kind of game that sticks with you. You might play this game over a couple of days. It's not super long. I recommend do not run through this game like really fast in an afternoon. Play this game over like 3 or 4 days. Enjoy the game. Savor the game. I love some of the special effects that they did with this game. In terms of like taking digitalized characters and having them in the world, having their voices, and then having like, you know, like little pieces of them, like little digital pieces of them kind of fading in and out. You're walking through this house. You're going to learn every room of this house. You're going to know where the bathroom is. You're going to know where the kitchen is. You're going to know where the kids' bedroom is, the living room, the family room, where the piano is. You're going to know where all this stuff is because you're going to be living in this house as you play this game, and you're going to get a familiarity with it. It's going to feel like a place that you know well. I feel like I have memories from within this little world here. Digital things are fading in and out. Reality is kind of like confusing. You don't know like what is reality, what isn't reality. It's kind of a Black Mirror episode. You know, it's kind of a Black Mirror episode brought to life. Transference, one of my favorite games of the year and definitely my favorite horror thriller game of 2018. Awesome, awesome game. Okay, what is our next award? Let me check. My throat is hell of dry. Okay, let's see. The next award, Best Graphics. Yeah, buddy, let's go ahead and do this Best Graphics award.
Your code name will be Epsilon. You will travel to Rhea, one of Saturn's moons. Our records indicate this site was abandoned in a hurry. Be careful, Epsilon. It seems they were trying to keep anyone from leaving or entering this place.
Yep, that is Red Matter. It gets my pick for Best Graphics of 2018. This is a hard category because you have Primordian. You've got Astrobot. I mean, Astrobot has freaking amazeballs graphics considering what they're working with a vanilla PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 4 Pro. The graphics on Astrobot are fantastic. Primordian's graphics are fantastic. Transference graphics are fantastic. There's a lot of great games with a lot of really good graphics, but ultimately I decided on Red Matter. And for me, the deal with Red Matter is all of the backgrounds are so good, but when you look at stuff up close, like you're looking at posters, you're looking at pictures, you're looking at little knobs, just a lot of detail everywhere. And also on a crappy PC as well. That's another reason I just am so blown away by Red Matter, because I had an old 970 video card. I had an i5 2500K. My motherboard, like everything was from the year 2011. I played Red Matter for the most part on that computer, and it worked beautifully, and everything just looked drop dead gorgeous. Now, if you play this on PlayStation VR, it is watered down a little bit. The big differences you're going to see with PlayStation VR on a graphical standpoint is when you're looking at stuff up close, there seems to be like a little bit of blurring and then it goes into focus. Where if you're playing this on the PC, there isn't this delay. Like all the little posters and all the little things, there's a lot of environmental storytelling that's going on in Red Matter. Now, ultimately, I think the story is kind of dumb at the very end. Like, I think it gets a little bit corny and a little bit goofy, but it's still a solid adventure. I love Red Matter. One of the better games of this year. It's a tightly woven experience. You know what I mean? It's dialed in. Like, it is a really tightly dialed in experience. And I give it the best graphics, but there's a lot of other ways I could have went with best graphics. No question about it. That is Red Matter. Primordium was like that damn close. Okay, so, I got a key now. I got a Batman Arkham VR key, and there is going to be a missing digit here. Let me go ahead and get the missing digit. And this one is courtesy of Fluke. This is courtesy of Fluke, so much love, Fluke. Okay, so the missing digit, it is 367. 367 is the missing key, number 7. 367 VB. That is the missing digit for Batman Arkham VR, and that is courtesy of Fluke. Okay, let's see. Do I have another giveaway after this one? Let's see. What are we on now? That's Batman. Okay, I have 2 more Roller Girls keys. I'm going to pop these. Roller Girls from Beyond. Stonepunk Studios has provided us a total of 5 different keys. We already gave 3 away. These are the 2 others. Now I got to find out what are the missing digits. So the first one here, the missing digit is 3. 3. One of my this finger looks really bent awkwardly. Number 3 is the missing digit for the first code up there. Second code, let's see, FNBK. Okay, so the missing digit is 0. N0VFX. N0VFX is the missing digit for Roller Girls from Beyond. That is the key for that one. Okay, now I think we have another individual award to go to at this point. So let me go ahead and dial it up here. Let's see what is next on our chart. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, Best Indie Developer. Yeah, this is a good one. Best Indie Developer. Let's go ahead and see who wins this award. Alrighty, yeah, our best indie developer is Pixel Ripped Incorporated. And you know what? It's kind of amazing to me that this is an indie developer. Because if you didn't know any better and you played Pixel Ripped from beginning to end, you wouldn't think it was an indie developer, and it's because of the polish. I already mentioned this before when I was talking. I believe this was I think this is my 4th overall game of the year for 2018, and so I've already talked about it, but there's so much polish. There's no jank. There's no like weird little glitchy things where the music cuts out for a split second, or like this sound effect doesn't sound right, or something is weird. It just works so smoothly and so effortlessly. It is just a really nice experience from beginning to end. That is Pixel Ripped 1989. Easily one of the most underrated VR games out there. Just doesn't get quite as much love as it probably deserves. But the good news is people know about this. It is getting a little bit of love, but it just doesn't have like mass market. Like it doesn't have as much marketing as a lot of the other games that are out there. Okay, so that is Pixel Ripped Incorporated, our best indie developer. All right, let's go ahead and see what is next on our charts. Okay, that was Best Indie Developer. Okay, I have another Project Cars key to give away. So I'm going to pop this one on the screen. Now, this is courtesy of Phil Yarn, Mr. Contractors, coming through with a key. Yes, this is courtesy of Phil Yarn. Let me find the missing digit. And the missing digit, it is X9HX5. The missing digit is 555 is the missing digit. This is for Project Cars 2. And this again is courtesy of Phil Yarn. Much love to Phil Yarn for helping us out. All right. Excuse me. I really should have another water bottle near me, and I don't. And that is a tragedy. Okay, Best Rhythm Action Game. Gee, I wonder who might win this award.
Yeah, yeah. I got the power, I got unlimited power. I got the power, I got unlimited power. I got the power, I got unlimited power. Winning the game, we are not playing the same. I was just going insane. From red to blue, from blue to red, and taking from red from overhead. We're playing, we're playing, we're playing, we're playing. We're playing, we're playing, we're playing.
That is our Best Rhythm Action Game, and I mean, come on, come on. We knew this was going to win the award. There's no question about it. Best Rhythm Action Game, without question, is, of course, Beat Saber by Beat Games. Just an incredible game. I've already ranted and raved about it. This was the People's Choice Awards. This was the #1 game as voted by you guys, and we will eventually see my full top 25 list. The full People's Choice Top 25 list. We'll see where I put Beat Saber on my own personal rankings, but just a fabulous game. Definitely the best music, rhythm, action style game currently available. No question about it. Beat Saber, just absolutely rock solid. Okay, let's see. What is our next award? We just did Best Rhythm Action. Okay, how about another shocker? Here's another shocker, Best VR Platformer. Gee, I wonder what this could be. Yes, and that is our Best VR Platformer, edging out Moss and other... Pixel Rep 1989 could kind of be considered a VR platformer. Even Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice could kind of be considered a VR platformer as well. Astrobot goes ahead and takes the title there. Not a shocker, I don't think. Okay, let's see what else. We're starting to wind down our awards a little bit here. As we continue to move through. Okay, here is the final Primordian key. Let me grab the final Primordian key and pop it on the screen. So yeah, that is our final Primordian game key, and let me find the missing digit for you guys. The missing digit is 7. 7 is the missing digit. It is 7LCDL. 7LCDL at the very end there. That is the missing digit for Primordian game key number 5. And once again, thank you so much to Stonepunk Studios for providing some of these keys that we were able to give away today. It's really awesome when you're able to give away such an awesome game like Primordian. Like, that is really cool to be able to give that game away. Is awesome. Okay, so that is Primordian game key number 5. Okay, what is next? Okay, now we got ukulele. We got a ukulele code. This was provided by Fluke. Thank you so much, Fluke. Now, here's the thing. Ukulele, you do need to add the VR mod if you want to play this in VR. There are definitely some YouTube guides on how to do that, and there's instructions out there on how to do that. Now, I got to find the missing digit here. Okay, the missing digit, number 2. Number 2 is the missing digit. It is RW2FG. That is the ukulele code. And once again, courtesy of Fluke, thank you so much. And whoever gets this, yeah, you're probably going to want to figure out how to do the VR mod. Probably not very hard at all. And probably worth playing in VR. That could be a really cool platformer to be able to enjoy in VR as well. Okay, let's go back to what we're working on here. What is next? Okay, we have one more individual award to get into. And this one I'm calling Best Pure Gameplay Loop. So this is basically the best pure VR gameplay. Gee, I wonder what might win this award. Let's go ahead and check it out. Best Pure Gameplay Loop. Yeah, buddy, that is In Death, and that is our winner for Best Pure Gameplay Loop. Basically, like I've said it, I continue to say this, it is a gamer's game. That is what In Death is all about. It's all about Twitch. Like, basically, In Death is all about pushing buttons and levers and doing your bow, using your teleporting shard. It just has good gameplay. There's a reason some of us play this crap over and over and over again. Also, another beautiful thing about In Death is if you've got 25 minutes to kill, like you don't have enough time to get really deep into a VR game. You're not going to play Skyrim if you've only got 25 minutes. If you've only got 25 minutes to kill, In Death is a wonderful game to throw out there because you'll probably run through it in 25 minutes and you'll probably die. And so you can basically have a lot of fun in about a 25-minute burst, just pure gameplay. I don't need to represent this game anymore because it was number 3 on the People's Choice Awards. It was voted the number 3 game. I didn't vote for the People's Choice Awards. I didn't input anything for the People's Choice Awards. It was all of you guys, and you guys said that In Death is the 3rd best VR game of 2018, for crying out loud. So I don't need to get up here on a podium and preach about In Death. You guys already know. But it has a really good gameplay loop. Just the continual gameplay of it is just really good. So I really love In Death. That is Best Pure Gameplay Loop. Okay, well, you know what? I had a whole bunch of other little awards that I was going to do. But what happened is I ran out of time, and I don't have nice little graphics and all of this for all these other little awards that I wanted to do. But what I can do now is we can take a look at the overall breakdown. So we have a top 25 games. So let's go ahead and look at the People's Choice top 25 overall games. This is the full list. This is how it broke down. Last night, I spent a couple of hours. I had to tabulate everybody's votes. I did not have an automated system. This took a hell of a lot longer than I ever thought it would take. But this is the top 25. We'll start at number 25, Rolling Line. Number 24, Scraper. Number 23 is Virtual Reality. 22, Echo Combat. 21, Primordian. 20 is Seeking Dawn. 19, Borderlands 2 VR. 18 is Torn. Torn did pretty well for a wild card. Number 17, Vox Machina. Number 16 is Brass Tactics. Are you people crazy? Why is Brass Tactics way down at number 16? That is abnormal right there. Number 15 is Sprint Vector. Number 14, Firewall 0 Hour. And number 13, Windlands 2. Again, are you guys out of your mind? Okay, whatever. Number 12, Contractors. Number 11, Transference. Number 10, Pixel Ripped 1989. Hey, that's good. At least you guys got Pixel Ripped in the top 10. Much love for that. Number 9, Jet Island. Ah, man, we haven't really celebrated Jet Island in this show. That kind of sucks. Number 8, Red Matter. Smart choice, ladies and gentlemen. Number 7, Wipeout VR. Number 6, Creed Rise to Glory. Probably the best sports game of the year if you consider boxing a sport. Number 5, Astrobot, Moss, In Death, Hellblade, and numero uno is Beat Saber. That is how the top 25 games broke down in the People's Choice Awards. That is based on your votes. We did have a weighted system, so games that were ranked number 1 got more points than games that were ranked way down at number 25. It's kind of a weighted system. We added all up. This is what we ended up with. These are the top 25 games according to the People's Choice Awards. Okay, now let's get to the real awards, which is mine. Yeah, my awards are the real ones. Okay, let's get to Anthony's top 25. Anthony's top 25, number 25, Rolling Line. Number 24, Echo Combat. 23, Firewall 0 Hour. 22, Contractors. Are you guys noticing a theme here? I got 3 multiplayer games in the bottom 4 right there. I'm not a multiplayer guy. They're all great games. Contractors is great. Firewall is great. Echo Combat is great. They're all great games. So no shade being thrown here. Number 21, Creed Rise to Glory. I'm probably way lower on this game than most people because I just don't want to get sweaty in VR, and I will get hella sweaty. But I need to get into Creed because people really love it. I got to get into it a little bit more. Number 20, Sprint Vector. Number 19, Torn. 18, Seeking Dawn. 17, Vox Machina. We got Borderlands 2 at 16. I got Hellblade at 15. You guys probably think I am out of my freaking mind to have Hellblade down there at 15. I got Primordial up at 14. Jet Island at 13. Scraper First Strike is at number 12. 11 is Moss. I put virtual reality at number 10. Yes, I know a lot of you guys think I'm crazy. Number 9, Brass Tactics. Dude, how is Brass Tactics not a top 10 game for everybody? Either you must not have played it, or maybe you didn't like it in Revive, or maybe it's like because it's an Oculus Rift exclusive. I don't get it. Hidden Path Entertainment absolutely killed it with Brass Tactics. Number 8 is Beat Saber. Yeah, dude, Beat Saber is awesome. I love Beat Saber. I put it at number 8. Number 7 is In Death. Much love for In Death. Great game. Number 6, Transference. This game really stuck to me. Transference is a game I'm going to remember. You know, it had a story and everything, and I was thinking about this game for a couple of days while I was playing it. I love the colors and the hues and the special effects. Red Matter at number 5. I've talked about it all day long. Pixel Ripped. Great game. Wipeout VR, Astrobot, and my number 1, Windlands 2 VR. Okay, that is my top 25. And yeah, that's my list there. Okay, so now, see, at this point right here, I've ran out of everything. That was everything that I had. But you know what I could do is I could go to some stuff. Wait a minute. Maybe not. Let me see. Let me go into all files. Yeah, here we go. But you know what? I did not make it into... Yeah, no, I can't go with any of these other things here. I was wondering if I could do some of my other awards that I was going to try to get into. But, okay, best wavy-ass wave shooter. What was my best wavy-ass wave shooter? Time Carnage. Yes, Time Carnage was my best wavy-ass wave shooter. I was going to have a little award for that. I was going to have Developer of the Year. Developer of the Year, Vertical Robot. Yes, I was going to do Vertical Robot as Developer of the Year. I'm trying to see if there's any other awards that I was going to give that I didn't get a chance to do. Let's see. Continuing to scroll through here, see if there's any other ones. I think that's it. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong folder here. Hold on a second. Yeah, best 3D audio, best alien world. Best racing game. Best racing game was going to be Wipeout VR. Best story / narrative was going to be virtual reality. Best visual effects was going to be Transference. Best VR experience was going to go to Spheres. I just ran out of time. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. I couldn't get to all these. But yeah, those were some of my other picks. But yeah, ran out of time. The best laid plans, right? That's kind of what we talk about here. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch up. Let's see, what do I want to do now? Let me get over here. Discombobulation. Okay, let me just go ahead and put on my outro logo. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, is there an overrated game? I didn't get around to that. It probably would have been Marvel Powers United VR. Marvel Powers United VR would probably win that award. And the best VR game I've never played this year, probably Evasion. Probably Evasion, the best VR game I've never played this year. Best stripper game, Paradise VR. Absolutely. Best prawn, Paradise VR. Yeah, there's all kinds of interesting little goofy awards that we could get into. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for our first annual VR Game of the Year Awards. I would like to give a thank you to everybody that contributed and provided some game keys and game codes and all of those sorts of things. MameFan, I know MameFan has been in chat. He's been kicking out all kinds of different games. I mean, all kinds of codes for Slightly Heroes, asking everybody questions and all these kinds of things. Yeah, best VR game of 2018 that didn't come out in 2018. Skyrim VR. Yeah, why is Skyrim not on this program? It's not on this program because I voted for it. Well, I don't know if I voted for it, but it was in the running for VR Game of the Year in 2017. It came out for PlayStation VR in November of 2017. It was a really big deal, like a year ago. In the year 2017, I just can't have it on an award show in back-to-back years. You got to pick a year. So that's why there's no Skyrim VR, if everybody is wondering about that. But yeah, I want to give a big thank you to I Am Ruts, a big thank you to MameFan, a thank you to Phil Yarn, thank you to Fluke, thank you to Lethal Weasel, thank you to Stone Punk Studios. Thank you to so many people. Thanks to everybody in chat all year long. Everybody in chat has been wonderful and great. Thanks to everybody in our, most overrated probably should go to Tetris Effect. Actually, that is a good idea, Phil Yarn. Tetris Effect is the most overrated. It's not Marvel Powers United VR. It's Tetris Effect. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, thanks to everybody in chat all year long that have done such a great job. Thanks to everybody on our Discord server for being so cool. We got a really good community over there in Discord. Once again, I'll ask, if you're new to the show, if you're new to VR365, go ahead and subscribe to our show. We bring daily VR gaming news and discussion 365 days a year, give or take about 25 days. Yes, we've already missed a couple of days here or there. Maybe some computer problems, or maybe I had to be out of town, or whatever. Every once in a while we miss a show, but for the most part, I'm here every single day, banging away at it, and I cannot wait until we have a lot of really juicy news to dive into. I can't wait till we have new VR headsets to talk about. Maybe at CES coming up in another week here as we get into January tomorrow. Tomorrow we enter January. Tomorrow we enter the year 2019. And can you guys believe less than 5 months from now, we are all going to have an Oculus Quest. Not all of us, but a lot of us might have our own Oculus Quests. We're going to cut the wires. The ball and chain is gone. We're going to embrace our new overlord, the Snapdragon 835. Is it going to be able to bring us an awesome experience? I don't know. We're going to find that out. But the year 2019 is going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to get into all of that as we get into our shows, as we continue. I will be here tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time. I will be back. Same bat time, same bat channel. It is all about VR365. This is the channel. I'm also doing Let's Plays, so go ahead and keep your eyes open for those. And that's pretty much going to do it. But once again, thank you everybody for all your help with everything. I truly appreciate it. Definitely could not do all of this without some of your guys' help. Jim Hall has been a tremendous help over this year, helping me with some of like the backgrounds and some of the graphics and stuff like that. Apologies for misspelled words and for some of the crappy graphical images that I've used today on this show. I am not a wizard when it comes to graphical displays. So I did the best I could, tried to do the best I could. I'll tell you what, guys, I am so happy that this is over with because I could finally relax. I was kind of stressing out yesterday and earlier this morning trying to get everything together. But you know what? We did it. We got through it. We've made it to the other side. Winlands 2, baby. Winlands 2. Game of the year, ladies and gentlebots. Yes, Winlands 2 is the game of the year. Beat Saber is the People's Choice Awards. Everybody have a wonderful New Year's Eve tonight. Be careful, don't drink too much. I mean, go ahead, party your asses off, but take that Uber back home. Let somebody else drive. No drinking, no driving. Let's have a safe New Year's tonight. Party on Wayne, party on Garth, all of that. I will see everybody tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I will see you guys then. Have a wonderful weekend. Or, well, actually, the weekend's over, right? It's Monday. I'm out of it. I am discombobulated. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day. It is kind of like an extended weekend, man. We're kind of enjoying like a 5-day weekend. Alrighty, I'm out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time. See you guys then. Later.